Now I just sent. You might have received. Hi, Anju. Yeah, so good morning, all. So I'll begin by introducing our speaker and then we will start. So today we have Dr. B. Kotireddy with us. So I have met sir in one of the meetings in VOS meetings in one of the colleges, and from that time, it's not long actually, maybe 6 months to 1 year, less than that. So from that time it is there, and he works at Manuguru heavy water plant, and my students and all, we also made a visit to that plant and we had seen. So sir is extremely cooperative in sharing his knowledge and all. So briefly, you might have seen his profile which I attached to your email. So he is scientific officer from Department of Atomic Energy, and he is currently working as deputy maintenance manager in electrical at heavy water plant in Manuguru, and he is responsible for operation maintenance of electrical power system with 50 megawatts of load. So the load itself is 50 megawatt. Okay, so and on the supply side, they have 12 megawatt solar plant, and they have thermal power stations. I think 3 into 30, 3 into 30. So yeah, we got a good exposure. We actually saw the inside. One of the plant unit was not operational, so we were able to see inside also. Normally, it will be like very not. We cannot go near to that also. Yeah. So he has 30 years experience in installation, operation, and maintenance of HT and LT substations, machines, batteries, variable frequency drives, and EVs. So he's worked with software tools, and he's also an internal auditor for ISO 9001 and 14001. He's a senior member in IEEE, and recently he finished a PhD from LPU in this year itself. So you are struggling doing PhD at this age, but sir has easily finished PhD at his age. Yeah. And prior to that, he has MTech from JNTU Kakinada, MBA from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University, and AMI and diploma. So this is his educational qualifications. And I think just I will summarize with areas of interest. He is interested in renewable energy, storage, microgrid, DG, SG, protection, coordination of EVs, and ultra high voltage AC transmission, LVDC, and DC regulated electricity markets, and so on. So he has a very broad areas of interest. So with that, I welcome sir to start his presentation. And yeah, so we have not only our students, I think our electrical substation staff members are also there, or JE, right? Now he's AWS. So, yeah. So a lot of times when our substations, anything problem comes, he gets many phone calls and he has to answer all the things.
He will be fired.
Yeah.
Or is delayed.
Yeah.
Restoration is delayed. Yeah. Good morning to all of you. So, first of all, thanks to Professor Pradeep Kumar, management of IIT, and all of you for joining here, and also online somebody. So I will say thanks to all of you, because I am enhancing myself by interacting with you. Even though in the industry, I started my career in 1980s. No semiconductor device, no P and diode. It only walls those days. So journey started. Now I am seeing IGBTs, electromagnetic relay to digital relays, normal cyclone converters for frequency variations or speed variation to nowadays VFDs. I have seen everything, and now machine learning era. So recently, some of you have visited our plant. Anybody is here who visited our plant, MTech and PhD?
We are online, sir.
So today's topic is digital era and expectations from society and industry, because you are learning things on taxpayers' money, societal money. Myself working in department and I'm taking taxpayers' money only as my salary. And I used to interact with students, whether it is University of Texas or University of Technology in Saudi. I used to go online and I used to interact with people. And continuously I'm learning. Without learning in our department, I cannot work there. Department of Atomic Energy always says interact, update the knowledge, enhance the knowledge, interact with people. So whenever I visit any city, I used to interact with nearby college. So today, it is the term of IIT. Recently, I came to this institute for one of the alumni association. Your director, Professor Murthy, my batchmate in childhood. So BSR Murthy is my batchmate. He was in metallurgy and myself was in electrical engineering and diploma at Vijayawada Government Polytechnic, 1980s to 1983. So recently, he has hosted our program in this institute. There I visited this place. So then I thought, let me interact once. And Mr. Pradeep, myself, we met in one of the meeting and decided, and we are doing some works also. Recently, one paper we have made ready, going to be published in Whaley's paper, one of the paper. Some more works we are going to do. So my idea is exactly, so what are the challenges and the opportunities? Wherever you have a challenge, there is an opportunity. And doing mostly PhD students or MTechs, PhD and MTech. SWOT analysis, wherever there is a challenge, definitely there is an opportunity. If you get it, you will win. And substations, generally nobody will think about electrical engineer or electrician where they are. Nobody knows. But when power fails, everybody will blame them where you are. There is power, qualitative power continuously. The duty of any electrical person. I do not know in future where you are going to settle. Core or I don't know. So this is a plant. I'll tell you briefly. The plant started in 1991. We have our 30 megawatt coal-based thermal power plant. From there, we are taking steam and 50 megawatt load. Started in 1991 with the number of employees of 2,000. Now we are only 800. The government is not recruiting people. That's why private jobs. So 2,000 strength has become 800 as on date. The production, the design capacity of heavy water in our plant is 185 tons, metric tons, designed in 1980. Today, the production is 260 tons. It's a government industry, directly controlled by Minister, Prime Minister. Production, against the design of 180, after 30 years, the production is 260 tons with the power of 28 megawatt only. Lot of energy conservation schemes, renovations, retrofit, so many things we have done. Now the power consumption has come down from 50 megawatt to 28 megawatt, and the production increased by more than 60%. 160% capacity is running. So many schemes. So we are running this plant. And recently, in addition to this heavy water is a moderator in nuclear reactors. That I need to tell you. Recently, we have produced O18 liquid, oxygen 18. In oxygen, we have so many varieties. Oxygen 18, which is used in PET scanners to trace the cancer cells. Till date, we are importing from outside. One liter is costing around 2 crores. Mostly we are importing from Israel. Now we have started production in India. Recently, we have started in our plant. We have taken out around 900 ml. O18. From the normal water, it is very difficult. Whereas we have deuterium oxide or heavy water, which is D2O. From there, separation is very easy. Again, recombine with hydrogen. We are getting hydrogen H2O18, which will be used to trace the cancer cells in the human body by using in PET scanners. This recently we have taken out production. So diversification. Without that, we cannot survive on Earth now. And we have boron carbide pellets, which is used for controlling purpose in reactors as well as army people. So its bearing temperature is 3,400 degrees centigrade. So when there are attacks, jacket of B4C will protect you. This job given to us and we are producing now. And our plant zero discharge. No effluents outside. Whether it is gas or water, we are not discharging anything. And depleted deuterium water. Now we are producing, we are selling now at the cost of 1 liter, 18 rupees. This is the latest development. Normal water will have deuterium content of 150 ppm, parts per million part. After our process, we are releasing to as a effluent that we are utilizing now. Depleted deuterium water. Recently, we have sold to one of the firm in Bangalore. They are going to sell at 300 rupees per 1 liter. We are giving at 18 rupees. Early days, we used to use it for gardening purpose. We do not know the importance of it. The developments are outside. So DDW, if we take into body as a water, what for the people are selling at 300 rupees per liter. People are buying it from Germany as on date. Celebrities, they will not drink our water. Celebrities. So if we take this water, the age factor will be less on human body. The wrinkles, whatever you call, coming on body will be less, and always you will be young if you take this water, DDW. And we have 12 megawatt solar power plant. Also, variable frequency drives we are utilizing. Variable frequency drives from 5 HP up to, we have taken up to 1000 HP. We are using variable frequency drives. Voltage from 450 to 6.6 kV. There we are saving a lot of energy. We have started to install this VFDs at the cost of 7 crores, and we are saving 2 megawatt. The payback estimated was 12, and we got the total 7 crores within 2 months. Now we are totally saving the money. Saving is nothing but Indian money, public money. And we have distributed control SCADA. And the latest development, 1 month back, we have made agreement with Tata Steel to get hydrogen, which will be the future of economy. Hydrogen vehicles expected by 2030. Steel crude refineries, the byproduct is hydrogen sulfide, which is very, very dangerous and toxic, which we are using in our plant. Tata Steel is separating sulfur for fertilizer purpose. Now hydrogen is left, which can be used. They are simply burning it here. That we are going to separate now. Thermolysis of hydrogen sulfide at 800 degrees centigrade will give hydrogen. I hope IIT will also take up such type of jobs. Hydrogen, DDW, if I take and sell, nobody will take it. Now some Bengaluru firm will put some sticker, ageless, something attractive, something. If you put some slogans and marketing tactics, they will sell for 300 rupees. Similar way, this other products also can be. So we have solar power plant of 12 megawatt. Inverter is of normal 12 pulse inverter. And at the cost of 98 crores in 2015. Now it cannot be more than 40 crores. We have brought this. And these are the intangible benefits which we do not know. How much effluents we are reducing, since we are getting around 8 megawatt average with a fill factor of around 80%, or capacity utilization of around 20% in solar. So we are protecting the environment in this way by reducing CO2 release or other effluents or ash, whatever you call. So we are saving by putting this solar power plant. And there is one more burning topic. Recently, our Pradeep sir has visited our place. What I have done in my area, because nowadays people are forgetting core branch. What is motor? What is transformer? Nobody knows. Yeah, particularly IITs. IITians will forget the core components. What we have, a transformer or motor, we are forgetting. So in my plant, what I have done, what are the scrap, a motor, transformer, relay, cable, everything, I have exposed something instead of selling as a scrap. This is a transformer. Core is lifted and kept somewhere, so that the students, engineering students, nearby students are visiting and observing what we learned in theory, exactly what is practical. And our trainees, whether it is ITI, diploma or BTech, whoever is joining through GATE, they will go and see what are those. And now I will throw one. This is a laboratory. Yeah, this you may be knowing. So what this figure says, classroom to control room. Classroom, there is a teacher who will tell you there is a fixed syllabus and notes or something. But if you go to industry, nowadays DCS or control system and nobody is there, you have to take decisions on your own. Of course, you can operate, you can maintain, or you can design some system. SCADA or DCS, whatever possible for you, softwares, they can be designed by taking input from these people. So there is a shift. There will not be any tutor or instructor. If power fails, what to do, nobody will tell. Duty is restore the power at the earliest. And early days and nowadays, electrical engineering, just I want to brief what I know. So the electrical engineering, right from generation, early days of conventional to latest renewable energy, the last utilization, we have flexible AC transmission everywhere. Smart devices or smart metering is installed, and the distribution side also now smart equipment. The utilization side, the end side, smart devices are available, and everywhere you have machine learning and artificial intelligence. These can be used so that things will be easy and efficiency will improve. And now we are in IR4. What is Industrial Revolution 4? When you go abroad, Western countries, people will talk these terms only. That's why I brought something. Industry, it is a new. So like telephone of 2G, 3G, 4G, now 5G is over, 6G. Experiments, some study is going on 6G. Similar way, Industrial Revolution 1, 2, 3, 4. One just started with mechanization. Now we are in 4, where the industrial production will be with the help of smart devices or digital technology. DCS or SCADA will be used. That is Industrial Revolution 4. Maybe 5 next with the robots. So here, integration of digital technology into industrial process. Use machine learning or IoT. And EEE, electrical and electronics. Now, of course, you have only nowadays people are calling electrical engineering only. Whereas in USA, people will call Department of Electrical and Computer Science. There is no electrical engineering. If you go for MS, you will not see electrical. It is electrical and computer engineering. So, but without electrical, nothing can move. That in IR4, electricity is required. This is the one of the photograph given by the professor from University of Texas. So the New York City, without power, there was a power failure for 3 seconds somewhere in 1990s, and the latest. How it is. So what is the importance? If there is no electricity, what will happen? They have taken the photograph. So now IR4, nothing but 3 Ds: decarbonization, digitalization, and decentralization. Anybody is aware of IS, IEC, IEEE, NEC, NFPA? What are these things? Who will tell?
Yeah, standards.
BIS, Standard, Bureau of Indian Standard, or IS. IEEE standards are there for each and every work. What shall be the height of this fan? Switchboard from floor level, what should be the height? Everything is specified in Indian standard, and also IEEE, international level, IEC. And there is one more, NEC, National Electric Code. It is there in India, which is generally we used to copy from NEC USA. So now latest one is published, NEC 2023, National Electric Code. So if you go to ES for MS, this will come. This is era for digital power systems. What is this? This is not started in India. That's why I brought this slide. This NEC, National Electric Code 2023, released in December 22. Recently, I got this copy, and this diagram I have made based on the information what they have given. What shall be the DCS or class 4 power? This is a class 4 power. So what it indicates? Digital power system. What is this digital power system? Anybody knows PoE? Power over Ethernet? Power over Ethernet. Same cable can give 12 volts or 5 volt. In addition to data exchange, there will be power supply of 10 watt or 15 watt for emergency purpose at the voltage of 5 volt or 12 volt maximum. The normal cable cannot carry more than that much because insulation problem. Digital,
Power line carrier communication.
yes, PLC.
What you are telling is reverse supply.
Now, this is digital power system specified by NEC 2023. Now, a lot of research is going on this, and VoltServe has already came out with cable from California. Digital power system. There will be so many resources of power, whether it is a renewable or conventional. It will be converted from AC to DC. Then again, if required, DC to AC. The same cable of 5 core. The 5 core cable will have 2 cores or 2 wires for power supply, phase and neutral. The remaining 3 wires are for data exchange or control purpose. So what is the harm in this? And voltage level is 450 volt. There will be packets of energy transferred from one side to other side, maximum of 2 kilowatt. 2 kilometer distance can go. This institute or data centers can have this digital power system or class 4 power supply as per NEC. The same cable will have 5 wires internally, 2 are for supply, phase and neutral. It will be insulated accordingly for 660 volt. Insulation level will be high. Remaining 3 are used for control and other purpose, metering or whatever it may be. So what is the harm in this? The same wire is carrying 450 volt AC or DC. What is the harm? The electrical engineer. The same thing. Outer sheet over internally. 2. Copper cable. Copper for power supply. Why you can? Yeah, what is the problem? Now that is data packets with power. Power supply also will go. 2 wires for power. Yeah, it is 450
Interference used to be there.
That is the latest. So the 2 wires they are insulated for 660 volt. Remaining wire there will be shielding in between. Cable is common. So there will not be so many wires running for different purpose. Cable is same, 5 core cable or 4 cable will be there. Cable is common. It will be for power as well as data. So this is the latest, 450 volt. There are 5 data. Its own voltage of 5 volt, or plus or minus whatever it may be, 1 and zeros. Same cable will have 5 wires, 2 for power supply, phase and neutral. They are separated with a shielding cable internally. A data, it will go. So advantage is reduced cables or wiring to give aesthetic look, and will have its own protection. And the advantage.
Here, I have one doubt here. So you mentioned that packets. Okay, so I heard some research where they are packetizing the electrical power itself. So that means that same phase and neutral will go to, let's say, 3 different motors. Now each motor will have like IP address. It will have a separate thing, and you can send a packet of energy to only one particular motor number 2. So even though the phase and neutral connected to all of them, the power only goes to that motor only. So right now we have to put individual cables to each motor. But with this, in the same cable, you can give address where this power to be sent.
Yeah, IP address.
So just like, in a network, there are 3 computers. You're sending email. The email will go to only that particular computer where the address, that is account is open. So like that.
There DSCP is possible. Here DSCP cannot be possible. Only static IPs we can.
So something like that. But I don't know. What I am telling is from different sources.
There is a load. It will have some port number. If you acknowledge, then only it will give power, otherwise it will not come. And the advantage of this one is, say you are getting from somewhere distribution board, there is a protection relation there, or fuse is there outside. Something goes wrong in this room. Protection has to act there only. Maybe 100 meter or 200 meter distance. Sometimes if it fails to operate, the upstream and relay has to operate. Meanwhile, person may get shot. There is a danger of fire accident, electrocution. In this, packets of energy is getting transferred. Once the 2 kilowatt is coming packet number 1, it has given feedback yes, I have received safely without any deviation. Then only the next batch will come. If something goes wrong, theft or shock or fire accident, this will give command, I am not receiving anything. Stop it. In microseconds, the power will stop from other end. So protective relays mostly not required here. Protection system not required. Protection system will be there, but not in between, nothing is required. So the latest digital power system, which will avoid mostly fire accidents in data centers or critical areas or educational institutes or ministries, sensitive areas like CBI, CAD, they can use this. So this is the latest. There is a lot of scope for research in this. Now, there are so many doubts. I am also having so many doubts. How it will be, safety and other things. So the design of cable, the control, packets, giving address, some programming, lot of scope is there. This is the latest. And just now it has come up. The research is going on how to do this. NEC has given you do like this. So you can do this. Not started till now in India, but California, Voltserv company has come out with cable. Now they are doing the job. It's going on now in California. Yes, they started. We have, of course, there and ourselves, outside non-electrical people also will handle electrical system. So safety is very, very important. It will take time for us, but lot of scope for research, no doubt in this. And recently, myself and a BHEL person, we are doing this storage battery, how to design. So what are the expectations from you? IITians, what society or industry, what I am expecting from you? I have to sit in my control room. My life should be comfortable. Everything should be automated. Protection system or its reliability should be very, very high, 100%. Availability should be 100%. Equipment availability should be 100%. Reliability should be 100%. You design control system. What I am expecting, power supply should not fail continuously, and wherever inverters or power electronic devices are used, harmonic content should not be high. It should not cause any nuisance trip or equipment life reduction. So this is expectation from me as an industry person. By seeing TV or such type of news or research articles in journals, I am expecting a lot from academy. A lot from academy, particularly primary institutes like IIT or NIT. So there is a lot of responsibility on you. Whether it is a digital power system also, it is expected from you only. Some design or something product. So when phasing out is going on, when I started my career with electromagnetic relays, now we are seeing a digital relays. So with the digital relay, I am very, very comfortable in my plant. Early days, I am having a worry whether anybody will get electric shock. Because electromagnetic relay takes a lot of time, 30 seconds or more to act. With the 130% is the pickup value, it takes a lot of time. Now digital relays with the 1% change in current, it will act within 15 milliseconds. Up to 30 milliseconds, nothing. 30 seconds, nothing will happen to the human body. Up to 30 seconds, we will survive with the electrocution. There will not be any problem. So we are expecting such type of devices, digital relays or other things. And what public is expecting, and others, other academic people, not the primary institutes, other institutes, what they are expecting from you. YouTube tutorials from you, or some lessons, or visiting them frequently when you are in MTech or PhD. Go to them, talk with them for some time. That is our responsibility. Before going and settling somewhere, when we are doing MTech or PhD or something in IITs, my request, go to nearest institute, interact with students for 1 hour or 2 hours, even faculty also. That will give satisfaction. So, I'll tell you where it is.
Whenever I go, I take my students also along with me to the meetings and all like that.
Yes, that is required, sir. I am coming. Whenever I used to go to nearby city, I used to go to nearest college for 1 hour or 2 hours. I used to interact with them. It is our responsibility, social responsibility. So something, policy makers will tell something, researchers will do something, regulators will put some condition. There is end user and manufacturer. But shaping this research into practice, using it safely, efficiently, resting on you only. You are at the bottom, the total weight is on you. You have to bear it, you have to do. And our responsibility. What is Panchabhutas? Any South guy or Telugu guy can tell what is Panchabhuta in Telugu? Panchabhutas. Yes. So we are using coal, we are using thermal power plants, air, wind power is available, water, hydro power we have, sky, we are taking solar now. Of course, now coming days, space, solar centers, not wasting the land and ground. And fire, geothermal. Where it is now? Nowhere. If you dig up to 3 kilometers, there you will get steam or hot fumes. Nearby my industry now, Singareni Collieries, coal mines, now they have started 3 kilowatt geothermal power plant at the cost of 20 crores. Now they are digging. The pipe they are putting inside 3 kilometer depth. Geothermal. Future will be geothermal only. So the responsibility, in addition to giving continuous qualitative power supply, being an electrical man, be safe and see that other people who are using electricity are safe. Nowadays, a common man, a rickshaw puller is using electricity. Without that, you cannot imagine electrical human life now. Everybody is using electricity now, but they do not know the hazards of electricity. So it should be safe. We have to ensure that they are using it safely. We have to educate them. So what is picture indicating? Bahubali, the grandma, and one child. This grandma immersing in water, use yourself or mind myself. Electrical fellows, rest of electrical. You die or die, whatever it may be, you save them. That is your duty. Like army fellow. So this is electrical. So in my industry, I used to tell my technician all the time, see that things are safe. Don't give 2 wires and a plug and don't come out. See that there is a pin, ELCB, fuse, something is working, test it and come out. Otherwise, people will die. It cannot be taken back. Once the life is out. Nothing is there. It cannot be replaced. So, this is electrical community. Whether this is the reason people are not joining Triple E nowadays. Now, the engineering colleges, Triple E is vacant. Mostly, or some colleges, including Gautama University, they have removed Triple E branch. Why?
People are not there.
Yes, sir.
But
But
impression that E is difficult subject.
subject difficult, sir. One thing I want to say, wherever there is a faculty in Triple E, they will not give marks here. Do you agree? Forget your professor for some time. Wherever I used to go to college, mechanical gets 95% or 90%, CSE gets 90%, ECE gets 85%, electrical fellows will get 60 or fail. Is it real? Huh? Good, thank you. But in my industry, when time is came from my recruitment process side, when I used to give marks, I will see that electrical fellows are above 90. Because getting marks more than 90 will increase 1 grade. Engineer technician B will become technician C right away. They are saving 5 years and 5 increments extra. Monthly 5,000 rupees extra for a technician. So whenever I used to go for evaluation, I used to take electrical fellows separate, 90%. That's why nowadays they are not giving me papers. So electrical fellows are somewhere tough, sir. But I used to see that they are at top. Because with the risk, like you see, you are saving others. You should get more. Without electricity, what will drive? Whether a pump will run or compressor will run or AC, nothing will run. Everything will be hard. So Triple E has become 5E, energy, renewable energy, efficiency. Early days, induction motor of 80%. Now we are getting motors of IE4. It is 95%. Transformer efficiency nowadays is 99%. We have a transformer of 99. Still, we are expecting it should be 100. Is it possible? The 100% efficiency or 99 and above is possible with a motor or transformer? Superconductors? Amorphous core, if you use in transformer, the iron loss will be less by 70%, 70 or 80. If conductor is super conductor with a cryogen cooling or whatever it may be, the efficiency will be more than 99% in even motors also. That is required. Lot of scope is there for doing research or business. And equipment. Latest equipment you have to use and economics. Finally, economics also plays very important role. Payback is very, very important. Payback. What is your payback? Who will tell? Right from childhood, graduating from IIT, parents invested a lot. What is payback? Madam, you tell me, what is your payback? Payback. What is this payback? Please tell me. What is the payback? What your father expects from you? Good job. What is going to get back? If you get good job, what is going to get? Please continue. But are you going to give your salary to him? No? He will take extra. So, industries, when I ask for solar power, 100 crores required, the finance minister at Delhi will ask me, what is the payback? I have to explain. When I am going for VFDs in 2015, they asked me what 7 crores why. Payback is only 1 year, sir. Granted. Within 3 months, we have shown it. But a human, no payback. Payback to your father is getting good job is a payback. Not money. That itself is a head scratching for them. That is a payback. But as a taxpayer, payback to me, from you. Taxpayers are expecting something from you. That is the payback. You and myself also, I am also taking taxpayer money only. What they are expecting? Qualitative, continuous power supply. That's all. They are not expecting anything more than that. So that is the requirement. So what is research? Who is PhD? PhD person? Please tell me what is research? What is research? I am also getting confused. Recently, I have completed PhD with my interest. My topic is integration effects with the PV on existing system. What is reactive power? What is harmonic? How to optimize when we have different resources? We have coal-based plant, we have grid, we have solar power. How to optimize with the 5 algorithm? Its modification I have done it, and predictions. Supply demand, yeah, hour ahead, how it will be, I have done it with 5 algorithm. So now, what is research? Tell me. Research. Who will tell? Somebody may be interested to do research. What is research? There is answer in that. Church and church. Church and again research. What for? What for you are doing research? What for you are searching? You are searching for something. What is that? Tell me. Course work completed? Course work completed? Yeah, tell me now. So what for you are searching? Church and church is research. What for you are searching?
All like finding the problems. Existing problems are in the future problem. Then you can be that and you can see what.
Yeah. And Professor Murthy, when I met him recently, he told me, this IIT, I am not bothering about packages, other things. What my students are going to do to society. Go to industries or some people, talk with them, come with problems, find out a solution for that. That is not research. Search and search for something which is hidden, which is not known to you. We do not know there is a lithium in Jammu Kashmir till date. Now we came to know there is lithium ion. Early days we used to take from where it is? Congo. A small country, Congo is having 90% of world reserves there itself. China is taking and processing into entire world. Lithium ion cells are batteries. But now we came to know we have in Jammu Kashmir. Till date we do not know. Search and search for things which are hidden, which are not known till date. That's all. Then why it is hidden till date? What are the problems? That is your work. But searching for something which is not known till date is research. Search and find out. Try and find out what is that. So electrical engineering, no boundaries you can do. But one thing I want to add here is, since I am in industry, Whenever you are going for some work, definitely there will be challenges, opportunity, threats, etc. It is a PESEL model, which we used to call in industry, or ISO standard. This is ISO says PESEL model. Whenever you start something, or when somebody wants to put IIT in Hyderabad, there are a lot of demands those days. Come to Karnataka, why you are going there? Why Telangana or United Andhra, why not Karnataka? There were demands. Or why Hyderabad, why not other city? There are demands. So everything is influenced by these factors, the political factor. Political fellows, somebody MP from Hyderabad will see that the institute is in Hyderabad. Again, this side, Sangareddy side, MEP will think that it should be this area only, not Medchal or some other area, or LV Nagar side. Political, there will be disturbance, which you have to bear it. There will be economical factors, societal, technological, environmental, and legal. Finally, the legal plays very, very important role. When you want to put institute or you want to acquire some land for the institute, there will be legal requirements which you have to satisfy. If you satisfy these things, you can do any wonder. PESEL model, this is given by ISO. What is ISO? This institute is ISO certified, sir? What is ISO? ISO? International Standard, International Organization for Standardization, ISO. What is the difference between Bureau of Indian Standard or IEEE and ISO? Other standards will specify the efficiency of motor should be more than 98, you will get IE4 certificate. To get that certificate, it should be 95% or 96%. They will put some regulations. If you meet it, they will give certificate. ISO, it is voluntary. Say yourself, do it, show it, you will get ISO. Nobody will say what you have to do. Indian International Organization for Standardization will say this room will get ISO certificate based on no pre-regulations or nothing. You say that this room height will be 10 feet, there will be air conditioning, temperature will be maintained 25 degrees. You write and tell them what you are going to do. Do it. Auditing will come. They will verify. If it is okay, they will give certificate. That's all. That is ISO. ISO is very simple and voluntary. Say, write on paper, do it. Plan, do, check, act. PDCA cycle. Plan something, do it, check it yourself and actional. They will give some comments, act it. You will get certificate. But ISO only one thing is continual improvement. You have to improve continuously. 90%, 91 every year, year to year, you have to improve something. ISO is voluntary and very simple to get a certificate. Your house also will get a certificate. ISO certified. There are institutes and police stations. Nowadays, I have seen some police station ISO certified. What is that? It will never say you do like this. You write what you are going to do. You do it. Show it that you have done it. You will get certificate. This is the paper what I have given to your professor, and I don't know how many of you got it. When you have visited our plant, that day I was not there. So I made some what industry is expecting from research scholars, whether it is MTech or PhD. So I thought these are the problems we will see next. This paper I have given somewhere. No, sir, this paper is we have given. That day I was not there. I have given this paper. Each and every topic I have written what it should be. Of course, this everywhere, when it is generation, transformation, utilization, everywhere there are challenges. Of course, this PPT will be shared, verify that. Common to all is retaining manpower. Giving training and retaining people is a very tough job nowadays, because now almost a triple branch is removed everywhere. Who will oversee the electrical systems in future? You can operate a computer, you can operate pump, but other fellow cannot operate electricity. Why? You can repair computer, you can do programming, you can operate it. But whether other disciplines can operate your power stations or substations, not at all possible. The safety and other technology, synchronization, isolations, whatever you learn from college, not known to other disciplines. Electrical fellow can go to anywhere, but others cannot come to electrical. Not so easy. So training the people in electrical engineering and retaining them is a tough job nowadays. But a day will come where there is a scarcity for electrical engineers, definitely. And this, one more topic for whether it is BTech or MTech or PhD, there is a chance for research. We have two transformers. Recently, we have looked at the core. One transformer is connected with solar power and its inverter. The right side transformer, it is connected with the PV. The left side, recently we have opened core of these two. The left side, if you see the core, it is a neat and clean, the tank. The right side, there are rusting marks. If you see there, you will get some marking. On tank itself, there is a rusting. So the existing transformers, whatever I have installed in my plant 30 years back, when I have connected PV to this transformer and opened after 7 years or 8 years, I have seen some degradation or derating of my transformer. That's why people are hesitating to take solar and inverters. Inverters 6 pulse, 12 pulse, 24, we are going and reducing harmonics. But still there is a problem. This tank, if you leave it like this, the transformer will fail one fine day. Why it is happening? Harmonics and the spikes in the system, because whatever the output you are getting from inverter is not a pure sine wave. It is complex. It is giving problem, heating effect, other things. What to do? What you can do for this? Recently, we have lifted the core and I have taken the photographs of both the things and I have shared this to recently our Texas professor. So our next, this will be our research next. If you see the core lamination, transformer without the PV is straight. Here, bends. This core, this winding will fail if we leave it for another 2-3 years. Why this has happened? One is there, the power transfer is only one side, one-way traffic, here it is two-way traffic. When not there, solar it is going and it is coming back. These transformers are not designed for that. Always we used to say, this is primary, supply is coming, secondary, supply is delivered. Now, because of this distributed generation or renewables, we do not know which is primary. Primary means where we are giving supply. It is not known. So here, with the doubt only, we have opened this transformer recently, even though our schedule is to open transformer up to 15 years. But after 8 years only, we have opened to see what is going on. So now this, we are repairing it. Otherwise, it will fail. So what industry is expecting with this photograph? Do research, find out the reason why it has happened like this, which force acted on this core, how to avoid this in coming days. Then only we can tell to industries, you put solar plant, you put inverter, nothing will happen, there is a remedy. This will be a good topic for your research.
Sir, here I would like to add a couple of points here.
Yes, sir.
So now this, I think our students will be simulations they'll be running on electrical machines.
Yes, sir.
So this is the case of like coupled simulation. So they have to do simulation, not only the electrical, thermal, now mechanical, all these multiple domains, they have to multi-physics
Yes.
simulations that they have to be doing. So this kind of thing they actually do in mechanical engineering, like to find the deformation of automobile parts, where the more stress is there, how it is, like that finite element simulation they'll do.
Yeah.
That we don't do in electrical. So, but now that is required. So then the software for that are different.
Janssens workbench. Which
So
you do not learn earlier. Only
that is not there in electrical. So now your situation is that you need to work with other department students, and then you need to do for this kind of things.
Yes. That this is a good job. Having a lot of critics.
So another point I want to add here is that, is the point regarding, search organization that is that plant. So they have this culture of, finding out what is there inside. See, normally we purchase a product, and then it is sealed and we don't even open it. And after some days it is not working, then we simply throw it and purchase a new one. So, but the search thinking is not like that. He encourages like in their thing. Okay, let us open, and then they open what is there inside, and then divide everything part, and then again assemble back. Then you will know. Then its life will become double. So something like that. So you mentioned once that digital relay and all PLC and all. You opened and seen what's inside,
Yes.
and that kind of thing. So that also we need to inculcate. Like anything is there, you open and see what is inside. How it is.
Our plant you visit, you will open and show you anything, whatever you want. Opening transformer, lifting core inspection is a rare thing. Generally, nobody will do. If you go to Transco or Discom, they will never open transformer for overhauling. Run, fail, use and throw. Go for new. But we are not doing like that. It's a natural resource. We should not waste anything. We are trying to find out the reason because in scientific department they will not accept. We have to do like this.
So what about this manufacturer, who provided this transformer?
Yes, sir.
So what is the arrangement with them? Like if you open, then they will say how you can open our equipment and.
This is our transformer. This is our property. If it is under warranty period, we cannot open. But this 30-year-old is not under warranty. We have to open. We have to maintain ourselves.
Okay.
But we have sent this photograph to G. What happened to this? Then he has asked us what is the load. We have told it is connected with PV. Verify what we have told. Those days no PV, we have not anticipated inverters to be connected to this. This transformer is not designed. Then we have asked what to do. Purchase a transformer, inverter, rated transformer. Business. Inverter rated transformer, inverter rated cable, you go and buy. That is the answer, what we have received. But we want to see that this problem is solved. We will maintain for another 25 years. This transformer will be there for another 25, 30 years. No doubt in that. We will do it. We will not allow.
They always want to sell new products.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So where will you use supply demand forecast or predictions, power ahead prediction or whatever it may be? Anybody interested to do any research? I have a lot of data with me. Recently, our professor from Iraq, he was asking me, share me the data. Solar power in Mangur area with the latitude of longitude of so and so. I have solar radiation, humidity, wind speed, everything. I have data for 10 years. Every 1 hour data, rows of 1,32,000. 1,32,000 data we have taken from NASA. Anybody interested, please contact me. I will share you the data. Transformers, when it is opened, what the readings we have taken, how it is, motor, how it is. Those things, very useful because in academy, getting data is a tough job. Industry have data, they don't know what to do. But you have brain, you know what to do, but you don't have data. That's why academy and industry collaboration is a must so that can be. I have lot of data, whether it is a cable, transformer, motor. You ask me through your website, I will share you whatever you want. It is available. Tons of data is available with me. This is a duct curve. What is this? Again, a lot of research in California or Texas, somewhere it is going on. Because of renewables, particularly photovoltaics or solar power. Demand is like this, we are getting from grid. We are taking from grid. Morning 10 o'clock, solar power is at peak. In my plant itself, we want 28 megawatt. Solar is 8. Then the demand requirement from grid is only 20. So what is happening? Delhi PET, what will happen to this duct? What will happen if it goes like this? I am giving complete requirement I am taking from solar. I am not utilizing grid. What will happen to this duct now? Again, evening 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, solar is on, I want again power like this. What will happen? This is a duct curve. What will happen now to the grid?
Because of sudden changes in the
Sudden changes. If it is a coal based, if I say I don't want power, they cannot stop it immediately. Or if I want here immediately, the coal has to go, temperature, pressure, everything has to come to take a lot of time. So now the responsibility is on us, mostly on you, how to cope up with this. So what to do? Well, we should have storage system, efficient storage system, maybe compressed air or batteries or supercapacitor, ultra capacitor, whatever it may be. You should have proper storage devices. To avoid this, it should be again a flat curve. So here, lot of scope, mainly storage system. And you have so many software tools. I do not know what software tools you are using. PV-Syst, you are using. Solar power plant design, rooftop or ground mount, we have a simple software which will do everything. If you know the power requirement or if you know the land, how much you have, it will do everything. PV-Syst software will do. Simulink MATLAB, you know. And there is power system analysis softwares are there, so many. You need not bother about Newton-Raphson method or so many lengthy equations. power system analysis, Z matrix, Y matrix, impedance, so many things, calculations. So now there is a software called as a ETAP, which will do everything. It will draw the SLD, put the equipment rating, it will do analysis, create fault and see, or power flow or load flow with a different Newton method or other methods, it will do. Protection coordination, it will do. Harmonics, it will find out. It will give solution. If you don't know anything, say industry, somebody wants to construct industry, draw the single line diagram, what the pumps or compressors, put the load requirement, leave it to the ETAP. It will tell the size of cable and transformer, how much size it is required. It will do. Once it is done, you ask if any electronic device are there, what are the harmonic level, it will tell where the filter is required. If it is a distributed generation latest, where to keep DCs, it will tell in the diagram. And wherever reactive power. Solar power, one more problem is inverters manufactured prior to 2018, they don't have reactive power support. So the renewable power, solar will give only active power. Again, you have to depend on somebody for reactive power. That is a big challenge, reactive power. So there, the software ETAP or DigiSilent Power Factory, SIME in USA, and somewhere it will use the ETAP. There are so many softwares. What is Homer Energy? Homer Pro? Optimization, when you have so many power resources, you have some demand. How to optimize? There is a software, Homer Pro. These softwares are very simple, which I am using all these. And there is one more, data analysis or data analytics, whatever you call, NIME. Anybody has used it? NIME or PVC? Any software, anyone of you used it? PVC, you have used it. Good. Yeah. Remaining? MATLAB Simulink, you know. Without that, you cannot live. No. What about others? ETAP is very, very easy. Electrical engineer's life is very easy, comfortable if you know ETAP. ETAP of this help page manual itself is around 6,000 pages. Training for 3 months. But things in academy, what research you can do, you can learn with the demo version of 500 MB within 2-3 days. I have given hands-on practice to so many colleges, 4 hours. We used to sit and load it, do it. Load flow, power flow. Load flow or power flow? Which is correct word? Load flow, we used to call Newton-Raphson, fast decoupled, so many things are there. Load flow, we used to call. Is it right word? Power flow. Load is not flowing anywhere. So, power flow, reactive power, harmonics, then fault currents, protection coordination. It will do everything. ETAP will do everything. You need not do anything. It will do on with simulations in milliseconds. It will give you output, and it is 100% correct. So the ETAP software, if you know, you can do any work in electrical engineering. Virtual power, which I am hearing recently, even though I am a very, very old electrical engineer, I know all the latest. I used to enhance myself, update myself with continuous interaction like people like you only. Because before coming to IIT, I have to see what is going on up to yesterday. So what is virtual power? Now VPP. What is the VPP? Distributed generation, microgrid, smart grid over, now VPP. What is VPP? There is a scope for research, opportunities for entrepreneurship, business, or so many things are there. VPP. Virtual power plants. There are so many resources, totally controlled from somewhere for easy synchronization and controlling. So now, lot of scope in VPP, virtual power plants. And EVs, electrical vehicles. Government of India started one scheme, FAME 1, FAME 2, faster adoption of manufacturing electrical vehicles 2. Even though it is 2021, it is extended to 2024, but we are not meeting the targets. Electrical vehicle, what is the problem with electrical vehicle nowadays? Why people are not buying electrical vehicle? Safety. Charging. Huh? Range anxiety, yeah. Next, cost. Now, safety. What do you mean by that? Batteries of 48 volt or 98 volt. The safe voltage with AC is a 55, DC is a 100 volt. Mostly not a problem. Threshold current is 9 milliamp and voltage, step voltage or touch voltage can be 55 volt on AC and 100 volt on DC. We are using 98 volt DC battery. Not a problem. But the motor, what we are using in electrical vehicle, what is that motor as on day? What motor we are using? BLDC cannot be more than 98 volt. And induction motor, anybody is using? PMSM, induction motor, double stator winding people are using, which is 415 volt, dangerous, human safety. And now, fast charging. Early days, we used to charge at 100 volt. Now, the fast charging, charge the battery within 45 minutes or 30 minutes. People want the job should be done at the earliest. Fast charging with the 800 volt DC. 800 volt safety is a very, very important factor. When it is rainy, you have so many electrical equipment. If it is other side, you have fuse or ELCV in vehicle. Finally, everything is there only within the vehicle, which is a metal body. Safety is a very, very important. Range anxiety, we do not know, and where we have charging stations, we do not know, and the cost also very important factor. How to solve this? Range anxiety, go for battery swapping, like LPG cylinder, but standardization is required. Battery size should be same, otherwise a tough job. Therefore, yesterday my vehicle battery, Tata car down, then I have telephoned somebody, then I was asking what is the type of vehicle, what battery you have. He brought one vehicle, battery of same model. Ampere hour is not the criteria, size, place, it should match. Within 5 minutes, like petrol, you have to fill and go out, replace the battery and go out. Battery swapping is having a lot of potential, or some apps design where the charging station, where the repair station. They're very important. If we have those things, it will be easy. Vehicle to grid and grid to vehicle or peer to peer. P2P. What is peer to P2P? Peer to peer. Two vehicles move parallelly. One will have fully charged one. The other one is without, which requires charge. Wireless charging with a distance of around 3 meters. Peer to peer. Vehicle to vehicle charging. Vehicle to grid nighttime. Grid to vehicle nighttime and daytime like this. You have so many technologies where there is a lot of scope to do research or business or entrepreneurship. You can do anything. Now, fuel cell. Hydrogen is important, which we don't have. Moreover, problem with hydrogen is highly flammable. Safety of hydrogen. If we overcome that problem, hydrogen vehicles will lead the market. No doubt in that. This is one of the what I try to do in my plant. I have one electrical vehicle Reva, which we have purchased 20 years back. Reva, now it is Mahindra. In our plant, the day when you have come, sir, this is under down. Now it is working again. Repaired. Battery is replaced. So this having battery of 100 ampere hour. Wireless charging, nowadays efficiency is not more than 60 or 65%. If you have a charging track on the road itself, there is a question of range anxiety. Roads, today morning I have seen they're laying some pipeline, water pipeline below the ground. Kalapur area, one road is blocked and they are putting some pipes. Similar way, on the roads or highways, have a charging track. Primary coil ground, secondary coil in vehicle, let the vehicle move, charge on motion. Vehicle is moving and it is getting charged. The ground level, that is number one. Other one, what I have done here is, if you reduce the gap between primary and secondary, the air gap, the efficiency or coupling coefficient will be high. So here what I have done is, by digging a little depth of 10 meters, I kept some coil and closed it and seen how it is happening. I have kept small 2 coils and to see how it is going on. Some 3%, 4%, with some interest I have done it, economic interest. So if anybody is interested from your side, we will do this job. I have an electrical vehicle with me. Wireless charging, improve the efficiency. It should be better than the existing. If anybody is interested, Sir, this project you can take up. Yes. This is, who is driver? Who is this rickshaw driver? Rickshaw puller? Pradeep sir. Huh? Have you seen this photo earlier? You have seen? Myself at back seat. This electrical rickshaw we have made recently. When he has visited our plant, we have done it.
Manufactured by them, not purchased from outside. They converted a.
Old rickshaw frame. Nowadays in cities, no rickshaw. Manual pedaling rickshaw is there. Have you seen anywhere? Not there. And the old motorbike wheels we have taken.
So the back part is rickshaw, front part is bike.
Solar module we have. Top. We have motor with us, BLDC. Everything we have in our plant. And the side support cable trace. This cable trace only we have used. Everything is taken from there and totally around 40,000 rupees. 25 speed restricted to 24 kilometers. More than 25 kilometers requires license from RTO. So speed restricted to 24, and we have provided everything. 2 people or 3 can sit and for luggage shifting. This we are using in our solar power plant. Every day grass cutting is to be done. Maintain the area, remove the grass and throw somewhere. We are using this because land of around 50 acres land, this vehicle is moving now. And charge and motion. We are not giving any input to it. There is a solar module. So this we have done with the scrap. Of course, battery we have purchased, total cost 40,000. Can we do this? Now we are going to put in MG80. Then better. The HOD electrical told me they will do it. This is done without any proper logic, design or attractions. Institutes like this can do, develop entrepreneurship or donate to nearby villages.
So the frame, everything is in the welding and all.
We have done it, sir. Because we have electricians, we can do welding that way. It's the total this taken 7 days for 2 people. 6 days, Monday to Saturday, 2 people have done this, worked on this. And safety is ensured everywhere. Voltage is not more than 48 volt. Charger also we have taken accordingly. And there is one emergency button here. Battery wire directly brought here and the switch is connected there. Switch off, control, nothing. If you put it here, stop this, the power wire positive is open. So it will stop instantly, the vehicle. This, we have done it. Your sir has driven this for half kilometer. You are expert driver, sir. You are expert driver. I could not able to control for 1 day. He has done it within 5 minutes. Very tough job. Three-wheeler, no? Three-wheeler, no balancing. And nowadays, very simple job for electrical experts is auditing, safety and energy audit. This institute is okay. If you go any data center or any star hotel or any other educational institutes or state government offices in my plant, lot of energy wastage. Audit is a good job. Certified auditors are there. Bureau of Energy Efficiency is giving certificates. It have a lot of demand worldwide, globally. Energy auditors certified in India have a lot of weightage outside. Chartered engineer, professional engineer, there are so many names. They have a lot of weightage. That can be done. Energy audit and safety audit. We are the grandma in Bahubali, electrical fellows. We have to do safety audit. If you go to not your institute, if you go outside, electrical sockets, switchboards, not in safe situation, you are hearing so many electrical accidents, fire accidents. Yesterday, day for yesterday, our Palaknama Express incident also because of electrical short circuit only. Because people do not know and they are not investing something on safety. But it is our duty to tell them. So at least what I'm saying is electrical people, at least maybe once in a month or week somewhere, please go to nearby area. My home, go there. My home construction is going on 40-floor building, 50-floor building. Have a talk with the workers for 10 minutes. Height, electricity, how it is. Cable is moving, one crane is moving on over it. So the insulation is getting damaged, they may get shocked. which we do not know, but definitely things are going wrong everywhere. Safety audit, it is a good job for us. And also a social responsibility. These are the styles how people are using in, if you go, this is a picture taken from upon the constructions. Cloth. When the wires are joined, tapping for power supply, they don't have insulation tape or tape of 10 rupees. Cloth, whatever available. If there is a short circuit or loose connection, a big fire accident. Yes, sir. And wiring like this in switchboards. And sometimes, yeah, switchboard, we will put a hook there, plastic hook and hanging keychains and all. Metal items. So we have to, it is our responsibility to educate the people. Now, there is one more, sir, time is already 12:15. I'll be close by 12:30.
That is fine.
Now, last 10 years, solar photovoltaic modules, mostly with silica, installed everywhere, globally. Their designed shelf life is 25 years, having hazardous chemicals also, EVA layer, etc., and metals. Recycling, it is a e-waste of very dangerous in nature. What to do? Another 10 years, big problem will come. Where, how to dispose these modules or how to recover these dangerous chemicals from it before disposing. It's a good job. Nowadays, I'll show you. These are the companies as on date in market who are taking on buyback or buyback mode. See, none of the country from India is existing here. Canada, USA, China, and Germany. Somewhere GNTH will be Germany. We don't have this facility, but now we have solar power of more than 90 megawatt in India. There are so many lakhs of modules. Another 10 years, the recycling problem starts. Where to send, how to recover. We cannot throw simply somewhere in sea or somewhere. E-waste. So think of it, whether we can do something. This is the job. One more interesting job, pump as turbine. Yes, sir. Now we are getting 1 kilowatt. Now it is, now water, you know.
When I visited during testing, initial start.
Principal with a 5 kg pressure, 6 kg pressure is getting circulated through. And this is my plant, 5 water, where the return water is coming at 3 kg. If I put a turbine there and generator, I can generate some power. Pump as turbine. Experimental purpose, what we have done is, we have taken one pump and one induction motor. Now, pump started working with water and the motor started working as induction generator with a capacitor support for reactive power. This field supply, excitation. Since it is induction motor, now we have converted into generator. Initially, the capacitor charged. Now, this is of 3 HP. With our water, we have run another pump, motor, and some lights. We got around 1.5 kilowatts. Because we don't have the designed induction generator with the field supply. Now it is ordered 5 kilowatt, 3 lakhs. We are expecting in next month. That is available in China. We have given order through third party. We cannot directly from department, we cannot go to China. So we have given to some contractor in Chennai. Now shortly it is expected next month. This 3 kg minimum. If you have 3 kg water, pressure, return line or anywhere, tap the line and keep continuously. In our plant, we have scope for around 1 megawatt. Now, Texas, Austin, they are getting around 1 megawatt. City water.
Like energy harvesting.
Energy harvesting.
If there was no this setup, still the water used to come, but energy used to be
Yeah,
wasted.
a lot of energy is getting wasted. It is going so then keep it. This why to waste it? Put a pump there. Use it as a turbine. Pump as turbine. Lot of work is going on outside. This can be done. Whether it is a village.
What about the designing of the turbine? The turbine blades and turbine system.
This is normal, sir. Generally any pump, its impeller is designed for up to 8 kg pressure it will stand. But we are not getting more than 3 or 4. They are designed. And we can put some controls. If it is more than this, close the valve. That can be done. If pressure is coming more than 10, so that is only to be done. Your doubt is correct, sir. How to control? Turbine impeller or blades may fail. What to do? That we have to think now.
So this is a three-phase induction motor.
Yes, sir. This is three-phase induction motor. Here also three-phase induction motor.
Equal supply, not only capacity.
Initially, capacitors are charged and connected here, sir. Capacitors are connected here. Started giving supply. This rotation started as per our Faraday's law. It started giving.
But how do you maintain the charge on the capacitor?
Yes, sir. No. Once it is there, it is directly connected to the winding. The same supply you use and getting charged. Initial charging only we have to do.
How do you charge initially?
Initially, these capacitors we have kept in this room only. Directly, these capacitors are rated for 400 volt DC. So there we have kept and charged for 5 minutes.
Then start.
These capacitors we have taken from our air conditioner, window air conditioner. Start capacitors, 48 microfarad, we have taken 3 capacitors from our plant only. So we have not invested anything, nothing is invested, everything is internal. So we are getting around 1.5 kilowatt without putting any money. This is a good job. This can be taken up. Transformers, already it is discussed. Now again the concept is low voltage DC. LVDC people are going. Now IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission, formed a group, LVDC committee. Again, beginning of 110 volt to 415 volt, transmission up to 765 is over. Now people are going back. India, we are using 220 volt or 230. Whereas in states, what is the voltage? What is the voltage in ESA, domestic? 110 volt. Why? Because of 110 for same kilowatt, the conductor size is high, large. Still, people are using 110 volt AC only in America. Why? Safety. 110 volt. Center point is grounded. So 55 volt. When we touch it, the voltage is the safe limit of touch voltage of 55 volt only. India, if a person is killed or dead because of electrical mistake, what will happen? Discom or Transcom, whether anybody is carrying human life in India. But in USA, if one accident happens, minimum 100 crores and the entire family to be fed by that fellow for life. One life in USA will cost 100 crores minimum in our currency. Here, nothing. So now the thought is now LVDC. With the DC, we can avoid skin effect and other problems. Control is very easy. Whether it is a fan or anything, speed control is very easy. No VFD is required or VSD is required. So now again, they are going back to LVDC for domestic use. So a lot of scope is there for research as well as business. Now there is one more. Recently, sir, we have floated a tender for, we have installed our solar power plant 10 years back. Now we want to know the healthiness, performance analysis. Players in Indian market are very less. So there is IV tracer. This IV curve should be like this. One of the module degraded like this. There will be some modules in series like a string. If one module is malfunctioning, the total string will be out. So solar power plant continuous performance analysis or auditing is required. Players available in market in India are very, very less as on date. Recently, we have floated tender for 25 lakhs to check the healthiness of 47,000 modules. Response only one person from Mumbai. Ex-IIT Mumbai only has quoted for that. Mahajan, Ayush Mahajan from IIT Mumbai. TV Diagnostics is a company. He only has quoted single tender. Government cannot give to, so the retendering is going on again. So now, one is the thermography, where dust or some leaves are falling on modules. If you see that thermography, so the leaf is visible somewhere. These micro cracks are not visible. We require EL testing. Are there also that cracks are dust, fine dust, we may not be able to see. In industries particularly, in my plant I have ash, fly ash is there in plant A. So with this thermography only we can identify wherever there is obstruction, the temperature will be very high on the module. Thermography. That camera is costing around 5 lakhs. This IV tracer costing 2 lakhs. This fellow is costing 1. This total of 5 lakhs a good business in India, even in Hyderabad itself. There is one party in Hyderabad, Ramchandra from BVRIT with others are doing, but you don't know this logic. Electron limit sense you do not know, the demography you don't know. He will do only this. But reason why this, instead of curve like this, why it is like this, you do not know. TV diagnosis Mumbai knows about it.
Partial shading.
Partial shading, sir. Partial shading or some dust falling or micro cracks internally, material defect, we do not know. Electroluminescence is a test. Night time, sir, they will put artificial light on modules, they will identify, it will trace out where is the problem. This, we don't have facility in India now. One or two players who knows all this. A good entrepreneurship opportunity with this technique. Investment is 5 lakhs for equipment. 2 or 3 people, train them and send them to field. Lot of business. By sitting in IIT itself, we can earn money. Give technical guidance and some computer techniques. Image processing. Image with deep learning or something, you have to do it. Then lot of scope for this. And what industry expects? Very first, my dialogue of societal or industrial expectation. If you put algorithms of 5 or ABC or something, nobody knows. I have done it for my plant, 5 algorithm with penalty and all. Levy flights, I have done it. Industry don't want such type of pseudocodes or MATLAB or anything. From this, I have developed one Excel sheet. Excel sheet, feed the time and day. It will take the radiation from the last 10 years NASA data. It will tell what time, what shall be the optimized operation, it will tell. Give it to controller, it will do. This Excel sheet made by me is enough for the industry fellows. They don't want this coding or machine learning and some controllers. They will understand easily. So industry expects simple techniques like this, where they will be attracted. They don't know this coding and all. So what this says, Maharishi Cinema in Telugu and as well as Hindi, weekend farming. Same thing I am telling you, weekend social service. Go to nearby college, small college, Chilkur, Balaji area or somewhere, go and tell them something what you know. Weekend social service by us. Same thing I am doing now. Why can't you? If you do it. And patents, whatever things you know. And what is this? You may be knowing about it. Your sir has done 358 videos as on date 359. I used to tell to, wherever I used to go to college or nowadays, I used to tell them, you don't have faculty here, you go to this YouTube and see what is going on. Then we have NPTEL lessons or some other universities. Why can't you develop yourself? There are some guys, sir, machine learning or something they are putting nowadays. Small things easily, whatever you know. And what is the specialization of your Pradeep sir video compared with others? I will tell you. Other things video will continue for 10 minutes or 30 minutes. Here this is interactive videos. Yours are interactive. Some students are there, you are asking questions, they are telling something, sometimes they are talking. So this video is not one way, it is a two-way. Interactive. Please do yourself whatever you know. Wherever you are specialized, expert, put something useful for society.
Today's what we are now talking.
Well,
But also I will keep.
yes, sir.
I will share the link.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So this is Ayush Mahajan, IIT Mumbai. Went Germany for some job, came back, started his company, Future Energy. Now it is a PV diagnosis company with some machine learning techniques and etc. etc. He has done it. Now I heard the turnover of company within 5 years is 1,000 crores. Indian rupees 1,000 crores. Imagine. So what it says, don't stop. What is that? What this hero says? Who is familiar with this movie? Maharishi? Success is not a destination, it's a journey. No full stop, only commas. For you also, for me also. I am not satisfied of stayed there in my industry. I am a government employee having salary of 25 lakhs. Nothing is required for me, but I am continuously trying for something. This is satisfaction. Now,
clear one which covers.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for-
Yeah. Interviews. Facing interviews in scientific departments, UPSC, Indian Engineering Service, or DAE, or in Department of Space, CSIR. Not so easy. Questions are simple, but they are very tough. I will show you in next slide how they are. If you come to our department for interview purpose, graduate engineer training through GATE or through our BRC exam, there will be interview for 1 hour. You have to stand near the board only. There will be 10 people, including myself sometimes.
Anybody has applied for bar?
BRC, if you get through, you ask me how to face interview, I will tell you. How the interview will be. First we will ask your interesting subjects 3. What choice is left to you? 3. From there questions will come. The questions on that subject will be first introduction chapter only. We will not go depth. We do not know first of all. What you have learned today, we don't know. Induction motor, the first page only we will take. Questions will be on that first page only. I will tell you how it will be. And whenever you are going for job, it is a win-win. You want job, I want fellow. When you go to company, ABG or somebody, they want you to run their business. You have a confidence on that. Both way, two-way. You want job, you want person for his business. Now it's not government, it is private. Tell me answer for this. This is a question mostly we will ask BTech persons.
Transformer will be damaged, sir.
What will happen? We'll finish another 5 minutes. Yeah. DC supply is given to transformer. What will happen?
Transformer will get damaged.
I think most of you know about it, but you are not telling me. Transformer works on induction effect. DC is a given. What will happen? What will happen at the secondary end and what will happen to the transformer? Transformer will fail, but before fail instantly, when you give supply, the zero state has become with some voltage DC. There will be output on secondary, but because of very, very low resistance and DC supply, the winding will burn. If AC is given to DC, it will run. Only thing, because of skin effect and other problems, eddy current, other things, heating will be there on field coil. These are the questions what we are going to ask. Now tell me answer to this. This is a standard question what we will ask in our country. There is a motor, AC motor of 380. First of all, it should not get DC supply. And that I am giving high voltage supply. This fellow is of a 380 volt induction motor. I am not giving 380, I am giving 320, 420. 10% is permitted, I am giving more than 10%. That to DC supply I am giving to this motor, what will happen? This is a favorite question in our interviews or Department of Space or Indian Engineering Service, this question will come. Please tell me who will tell answer for this. What will happen to the motor? First of all, we are giving DC supply to the motor, AC motor. What will happen? Motor will run or not run? Run or burn? Why?
No rate of change of flux.
It will not run, but the winding will burn. Run, burn, or both, or nothing. None. Run, burn, none.
And then after some time,
Please see the battery, it's polarity again. How much voltage the winding is getting?
okay, this is single.
Zero potential, nothing will happen, none. All windings are getting positive supply only. There is a potential difference. Nothing will happen. But generally, what we will think? DC is going to AC motor or high voltage is going to motor. That's why our questions we will not go in depth nowhere. Logic. Yeah. So I used to tell 10 commandments for any electrical engineer. Wherever you go, support renewable energy or electrical vehicle. Like that, I used to say.
Well, in other words,
Sir.
There is a variation to that question if you go back.
Yeah. Sir.
So, like, yeah, even I thought, that you have high current and all. It's a very tricky question.
Yes, yes.
So, if you replace with the three-phase supply, like regular, you know. But then the 120 degrees angle will be there, right? ANBC.
Yes.
If that angle is 0 and all get the same voltage,
There are
then it is equivalent question in that sense.
no rotating magnetic field. When they are not displaced by 120 degree, there is no question of rotating magnetic field. Then you have to give some starting current or a capacitor, like single phase motor. You have to give. Then it will run. That's why in our department, it will start with simple. Why 50 Hz frequency? Why not 60 in AC? Like that. Questions will start very basic. Why sine wave? Why not other wave? Why 110, 220 multiplication? Small questions. Introduction only will come in our department. And when you say answer, it will not stop. It will continue. Now our Pradeep sir says like this. If you say answer in the first instant, nothing will happen to the motor. I will not stop there. It is a journey. Continue. Where you will not answer, it will go. Meanwhile, we will see how confidently you are answering. Are you strong with fundamentals or not? Whether your answer is right or wrong, I will not bother. How you are attacking the question is important for me. That's all. So, but questions will continue. It will not stop. So it's 12:40. So thank you to all for your patient learning. You can ask me anything. Yeah. So I try to cover industry, the latest, society, the learning, everything. I want to put it. If it is normal college, it will not be like this. It will be simple. Yeah, please.
Ask 2-3 questions. What we are doing, somewhere you can ask the question.
Yeah.
Is there any like a problem related to the PV integration in the same area? And right now I'm requesting all the conventional to see it in the PV. Like in the so I'm doing a countries like about point we understand what are the industry and this is will be there. How to identify the critical industry of the so in that area, it is well.
I'm not here. It means which we are going to work on TV.
I'm just integrating the PD.
Integrating electricity grid.
Yeah. Okay. And you're pressing all those in one by one. Okay. So I want to know like the critical industry or how much industry should be there. It is to check level of the power and those things. Yeah.
Now, as of date, manufacturers should not do that. Regulations are IEC 1.47. Integration effects of variables standard IEC 1.47, which is an it gives clearly what study you have done for integrating variables, especially P. Each and every part they have covered. There is a photograph at the last about the frequency and other variables also they are given. Yeah, what we are saying is existing set of potentials and other cables, ideas, which everything can be continued. PV conductor is a maximum of 30%. And the ETAP software, whatever I have told you, is also put there, do it stepwise, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, nothing is happening. Beyond 90, power is coming in the air. Because of the contribution of fault current from this PV also, the fault current is high. Existing elements may not withstand. You have to redesign them. Protect the relays particularly. Then variable energy is there. What's on the setting? When it is not there, what's on the relay? Existing digital relays also do not work out. Setup of relays. Setup of relays required. Otherwise, whatever relay is to be. When integration is done, the relay needs to change power. So, reliable power and protection are the two ways of everything one way goes on says as on the limits variables. More than that, lot of things in our hands on the way to own. That will be start all. Okay.
So we can also in 84 different parts of our release for the
As on date, inverters manufactured up to 2018, no rate for support. IEC 1.47 amended in 2020 says all the inverters shall have rate for support. Otherwise, capacitors. Now in our plan, 28 megawatt is the demand. Daytime we are